What's up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth episode of the Just Sing podcast. I'm your girl, Natasha Juan, also joined by
Susu! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Selamat Minggu Kedua Ramadan. Of course, the podcast is posted a week after the week that we are recording.
Yes.
So don't worry about the timeliness because everything here is well. Does make sense, but. Anyway, it's time to introduce our guest for this week. Tasha, please do the honors.
Neng Kho Razali.
Yay!
And also thank you so much for our
outfit for today's episode.
For today.
Yes.
Thank
this
you.
episode is brought to you by.
Oh, but we haven't said that. Neng Kho, she is actually a fashion entrepreneur. And can you just introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, my name is Neng. I am based in Kuching, Sarawak. You can find Neng Kho Razali products in Borneo Museum, Borneo Cultures Museum gift shop, Jumaani Pavilion, Shopee, and soon will be Kuching International Airport.
Wow. Congratulations. Now, how long have you been in this industry, the fashion industry?
Maybe since 2016 when I first started selling turbans.
Oh, turbans was the first one.
Yes, yeah.
And what made you want to continue? How do you progress after that?
Actually, when I first started, it wasn't intentional. I never planned to be involved in the fashion industry. I was selling beauty products, fashion items which are not my brands. But during that time, right, when we were selling all those makeup and all that, I was wearing the turbans that I made for myself. I lihat sendiri bah. But then a lot of people asking whether if I sell. So to cut the story short.
Why you cut the story short? We want to hear a long story
Don't
here.
worry.
No.
We just started.
We just started. Still full of energy. Don't cut the story short.
So because there were like few people who come and approach me regarding the turban, and it opened my heart when one cancer patient came to me like few times.
Wow.
So at first when she come to the booth, right, because I was selling beauty supplements, makeup, scarf and all that. It's not my brand ma. So she asked whether I sell the turban that I'm wearing. So I pada si jual. But then she told me that she's a cancer patient currently on going treatment. So
that time lah.
Yeah, and then nyapun hair.
Okay, so it's like shedding.
Wait,
Yeah.
why do I feel? Is she always with you ka these days? Datin ka?
No, I don't think she is no longer here with us. Yeah, because that was like since 2016. That time she was already in her late 60s, 70s, I think. Yeah, and the problem is because she's not Muslim, not even Malaysian, so she's not familiar with hijab.
The dressing.
I told her that you can just buy a scarf or a tudung bawal and you can tie it yourself. So she told me I'm not familiar with that. I only wear snow cap. So you imagine. Yeah, wear the snow cap with every outfit. Go dinner, snow cap. So it's not okay. So she asked me to do a few pieces for her. So that time I rasa macam okay lah, I do a few pieces for you just for the events.
Yeah.
But then after that she brought few friends and then
It started. That's where it all
That's
started.
great. What a great origin story.
Right. So after that, so all these things that you done, it's mostly home based?
Yeah. When I first started, I did rent a studio like for 4 years. So that time, how to say, people can visit the studio and
Try it
out, and then for custom order, we can just make measurement and all that. But then since COVID happened, I moved to the house. So I am home based, but all my products are now available at the different outlets lah.
Okay.
So you don't have to see me personally anymore, but you can buy my products online and also walk in all those outlets lah.
Tash, you know, like every other guest that we have over, kan, they always have this insert of COVID. You know, during COVID times.
It is a big part of our life.
It really did affect people that much, lah.
It does,
I hope it does not. No such pandemic will happen again, lah. Because oh my goodness. I mean, if it does happen, maybe we have better ways to,
That's
navigate
true.
around it, kan? Now that we kind of know how to.
Because it was quite scary, especially in the beginning. We don't know anything. Next thing you know, like in the news, you start seeing everyone with a
Hazmat suit
and all that. Terus you're like, oh, what is going on? Yeah, because
it looks like the Monster Inc. people.
And they say, oh, that house. And then I'm like, huh? Got cases in BDC? Oh,
Yeah.
no. And
Oh
then-
my god, it was so scary that time also. But I mean,
remember everybody's like spraying their Shopee packages, putting out in the sun.
Even Grab, the things that
Grab food,
Grab
yeah.
delivers.
Yeah.
I still do that until now. When my food when I order Grab kan, I straight away put note, bang, can you just sangkut at the gate? Until now. So I no longer take food directly
from them.
So they will sangkut it on the gate, and I will take like few minutes to take it in.
Is that the impact of COVID that it had on you?
Yeah. To me, COVID memang have negative effect, but
Also positive, right?
personally, positive impact.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, for hijabi like me, right? When you have postman lah apa, you have to wear tudong lah apa semua. Kan?
Right.
So with that, when COVID happened, nya letak on the gate bah, so when it will take you for a few minutes, nya set lagi dekat gate, so you can just go free hair and ambil. So that's why
Understand.
I practice that until now. Not because I scared of COVID or anything else now. It's just that I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sangkut jadi gate.
Practicality. Let's go.
It's just like me going out to get my parcel here. Sangkut ya dulu, sangkut towel dulu. So
Like that kayak you.
yeah, because you're not wearing. If I don't wear anything inside, you know what I mean. So I have to like, what do I do now?
Kan?
Ambil towel dat lah macam ya. Why you laugh?
This only you want to blame me.
So
this.
what about you? Because like for me, I have some friends who actually were smart enough to use COVID as their advantage. Meaning especially those who are selling things online, because what are we supposed to do at home? It's either we work out, everybody become like fitness gurus. And then, kan?
I also did one video that time lah.
I was like skipping rope, and then my friends who tak pernah masak like, wow,
Become home cook.
So
Hey, yeah. True.
and everybody was just bringing up everyone's just producing something. Yeah. Whether it's me, like suddenly I did a COVID rap, and I don't know what did you dance a lot during COVID?
I don't know. I can't remember much lah. All I remember was I cover myself with a blanket and record my radio show.
Oh yeah,
It was so hot, man. Recording your show underneath the blanket for an hour or two, panas gila. Yeah lah, because you need the room to be
quiet.
to be very sound absorbent,
but
so it doesn't echo as much. So in your part leh, how?
I picked up sewing that time because when we are not allowed to go anywhere else, because all this while I design and I will get seamstress to jahit for me. By that time I don't get the opportunity to, we cannot go out.
Yeah.
So I picked up sewing by myself. So self-learn, and then now Alhamdulillah I know how to jahit already.
Yeah.
But very limited lah, only like face masks, bucket hats and all that, but not baju lah. Because that's not my, that's not my
Wait.
I don't.
That's
I
not part
rather
of-
spend some my time doing something else, like planning, designing, and all that, rather than mujahid, because it will take a lot of time, and
You cannot manage the rest.
Yeah, because I have to take care of marketing, pas ambil gambar lagi, and then
One man
things.
show lah kiranya.
Your business is really a one-man show thingy kah?
Yeah,
Or do
yeah.
you employ some people to take care of certain job?
Yeah, okay. For big projects, then I get part-timers or a team to help me. But most of the time, like quiet time, I'll do it by myself lah. So, like I said, when COVID happened, selain daripada I learned how to jahit, I also, that was the time when I first started to operate my Shopee shop.
Yeah.
Because all this while, when people keep on telling us like, you should try Shopee, selling on Shopee, but I never,
Got to it, yeah.
Because previously I have the experience to have a website selling our products. So I prefer to have our own domain, But when that happened, when COVID happened,
Yeah.
so because a lot of my friends said we should just try Shopee lah. So I tried lah.
How
And
was it?
did it work out well?
I like
It worked out, right?
Yeah, until now,
Because
so.
like even for me, let's say like there are brands that I know. The first place where I will go to have it first if they are on Shopee.
Yeah.
Because that's where you can see reviews,
Reviews, yeah.
and then that's where you can see, okay, actually people actually said something about it. But unfortunately, Malaysians, we don't really take reviews seriously, huh?
Yeah.
It's like,
What do you mean?
Yeah, because like if you go to Amazon or all that, right? People actually talk like review as in the
Really
word review,
yeah.
meaning to say like, okay, let's say I beli this baju from Neng Kho, right? I will talk about the stitching, is kemas, ketat, and all that. But the ones that we have here is like the review, like I give you 2 star, postman tikam pasal depan pagar.
I feel like okay leh. I've seen good reviews on Shopee, like, this item is good.
No, but you don't have the proper.
Like
itself,
not in detail lah, but this
Yeah.
item is good.
Yeah, the one
Tidak
that
pecah.
the one that you talk about is like 1 out of how many only, Most of it is just they don't even say anything about it, and the ones like if you see like in Amazon, someone actually will re-edit, I've used this product for almost 6 months already, it is great and all that. Like we don't have follow-up. And I can't say much also because I don't also, like most of the time I just ambil gambar nah sudah, But when it comes to different products that really works, of course you actually want to review
Like
properly.
skincare, supplement and all that. Yeah.
So like when you win, so only Shopee so far? Or during COVID?
Until now, that's my only online platform. I mean, e-commerce platform. I prefer to have Shopee, like what you said, because of the review, and then Shopee will handle all the postage and all that. I just have to drop it at wherever they ask me to, and then they will handle. So it's very convenient for me. So other than that, people can go walk into those Borneo Museum
Where you sell
shop.
items lah.
Yeah.
Do you personalize your packaging? Because I feel like packaging, especially online shopping
Yes.
these days, it's part of their marketing. So when people do like unboxing review and everything, right?
Yeah.
It looks very nice, the box.
I have bad experience with that.
So you do that.
Okay. During COVID, like you said, people experimenting a lot of things. So that time I also experimented on packaging. So because it was in COVID era, and people when they buy things, they feel like buying present for themselves.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I have a proper packaging actually for face mask and all that. It's just like a zip bag. But because of that, I macam want to give
Costly,
something extra lah. I want to give something extra to the customer. So I gave them box. Yang macam like 6 cm of a height of box. Yang macam like a box macam you give lah nak.
Gift box.
Gift box. So inside of the gift box ada wrapper and then ada face mask and all that. Okay, when I did that when it reached to the customer rated me badly on Shopee because the box renyok.
Aduh.
Yeah, so that was my bad experience. So because box, I mean the product itself.
The product itself wasn't ruined lah.
No, because it's fabric and then no leakage ke apa. It's just that because box and then travel here and there, of course it will renyok and all that. So they comment on the packaging, but they rate how to say?
How many stars did they give you?
Instead of rating the product, they rate the box.
Packaging instead.
Yeah, that's why it's funny things sometimes I see. And then most of the time the gambar is like weird meme.
Not related to the
kaki lah, kuku kaki lah. It's like kuku kaki. Yeah. I also have to ask, what are the struggles that you have aside from COVID? Like, what are the struggles of you building your own brand? Let's talk about that. Like, how you actually manage yourself.
Let me add to that question because Sarawak, we have a few designers.
We have a lot,
We have a lot. And sometimes I feel like the branding of whatever that comes from Sarawak, it's either
Tribal.
kumbu or songket. or any motifs that are related to, or maybe colors that are related to Sarawak. So this is a niche that everybody is trying to get a piece out of, So how do you differ yourself from other designers?
Okay. Actually, it's a good thing. I myself, I feel, how to say, proud of it, because it shows that our Sarawakian people are very proud of our heritage. That's why they include all this essence into their products. For Neng Kho Razali, for example, those limited pieces, like for a special collection, I will make sure it's the original motif. For example, this is the original motif that you usually see on kumbu, but this one is a different technique. So, because nowadays there are a lot of prints, motif
Correct.
prints, which changed by, I don't know, graphic designer or printers. Yeah. Because sometimes, Sarawakian tribal design is actually different from our neighbors.
Indonesian,
Slightly
Kalimantan.
Yeah, we have to differentiate that. So, but for mass products, I usually just take whatever related to Borneo, because we cannot go anywhere. We are somehow related.
Yes.
But for a special collection, I will try my best to get the original motif, like for Iban or Orang Ulu, and also all those basket weaving from the Penan community. Yeah, that's how I try to jaga lah. Because nowadays stylized is okay. Like for example, you stylize this into your own
Outfit.
The design, the
Motifs?
graphic, the motif.
yeah.
The motif for a graphic designer, if they want to stylize it into a modern curve or whatever, it's okay. But because every curve has its own meaning, because all those weavers, they know how to read all this. Yeah.
You said something about this just now. What was it that you tell me? What kind of design is this?
This is from the Iban community. They have this, they are famous with kain puak and kain kebat. So this one is like kebat,
Kebat.
but in a
never heard of
modern, modern way of doing it. This one is modern machine. But
okay.
you can see the original motif still on it.
How about the one on Yusuf?
This one is also, this one is a traditional, okay, this is a good example of a traditional kain puak motif, but stylized in a modern way. It still maintains the original curve, meanings and all that, but it's stylized in a modern way. The curve, the sharpness and all that.
What I like about this outfit, this baju, is this. Like, what does this do?
For me, to pull you away if you like too much.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like that it's giving something different. I guess, that's the struggle lah, to make unique pieces, to make something that is already there and innovate it into something new. Kind of.
And there's one thing that I love about this so much. I actually saw this, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I fell in love with it. So,
Tasha, show the hoodie.
It's so brilliant because we live in Malaysia and it can get really, really hot, right? Look at my back.
Yeah, aircon.
Okay. But aircon.
Mesh. It's like a
And it
mesh
comes with a
material.
hoodie as well. Oh, I left my mic. It comes with a hoodie as well.
I never have I thought that a podcast we would have to showcase a baju. The struggle is real.
Yeah, so I mean, this is pretty cool. It's very different from what I normally expect wearing a tribal or any cultural punya baju kan. And I think it's so exciting as well. Show off lah.
Yeah, my back also a bit got aircon also, so that I don't sweat much. I can only give you side view because very hard.
If there's one thing that you should know about Neng is that you are so hardworking. I see you at almost every single booth in Kuching. I mean, I don't go out much,
Event lah.
but the ones that I go to, you're always there.
Bagus kamu mengaku.
Rainforest, you even upper market, flea market.
Flea market and all these.
And you're always there. Like, is it like, what do you think, how does it help you? Meaning to say that
Was that part of your marketing?
I suddenly forgot the English. I mean, when you go to these small booths out there, your goal is it your exposure, or is it because that you know that every single time you do this,
you're gonna get sales?
Yeah, you are gonna get more back.
Okay, most of the time I do it because the organizers are my friends. Okay, so I just want to be there to support the event.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's very good for networking because most of the time, right, the sales are not done during the event itself. It's when we meet our friends or long lost friends that we didn't manage to see each other, and then after that then macam dia terfikir office kami mau order tu, then it happens.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
to me I don't make it too calculative in terms of, like, if I want to be too calculative, market in Kuching is different, so it's just that we have a different way to get the cash flow in. But by joining this kind of events, it really helped the community ecosystem. We get to know, other players as well, because sometimes we can do collaboration and all that.
Correct.
So I don't really focus on selling individual items. Yeah.
And also, is it like you go to all these booths because mostly you don't have like a store, orang masuk keluar?
Yeah, that's the only time I can meet people again. Because previously when I was in the studio, right, I have this dilemma where when people want to see me at the studio, but I was doing my work, so I don't feel comfortable. So at the moment, I think this is the best
way for
it, because I do it at home and I put it at different outlets. But sometimes I can go out and see them. Yeah.
Do you have plans to mass produce things?
Yes, I
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about mass producing things now, okay? I have problems now with, I'm sorry,
Just say your name only. Sorry.
Uniqlo, H&M, all these fast fashion.
Yeah.
Because the way they produce their baju is very evil, bah. Very, you underpay these people.
Inhumane,
and yet you make a lot of money, And yes, these brands are able to keep their quality lah, but sometimes when you mass produce, your quality is suddenly affected, and then you will tend to burn out. So how do you plan on not having those problems?
Okay, this is a long-term goal lah, what I can say. The plan is to have our own ecosystem here in Kuching. I mean, the seamstresses are the ones here from Kuching itself. We don't source seamstress from other places. It will be here in Kuching, and hopefully, because I've been advocating this with College Community Kuching, so they also have the same planning. Which when they graduated, right, all the students from College Community Kuching, CJL, they will have a chance to work here in Kuching as seamstress. So we have our own local seamstress where we can make produce things locally. So, and of course, hopefully it will be cost effective, because at the end of the day, the most important thing is whether the items boleh jual kasih. So for my part also, what I have to think is now is the market that will buy this in bulk. I mean, if we cannot do it locally, maybe we can try somewhere else. That's the plan lah.
Okay, that's good to know, and I hope that materializes.
I mean,
according to your plans. Now, Kaneng, I'm curious. What made you work so hard? There has to be
passion.
There has to be a motivation behind it. Like did they? I mean,
was it something that because she did say she picked up sewing slowly before that she did the bawal kan?
Yeah, but there has to be. I mean, for example, for me, kan, I feel like as a journalist, I do admit that I don't have the
criterias
passion
for it
and motivation to go beyond what I usually do.
Okay, understand.
And I know that I know I can do more.
Yeah.
Like, especially to serve the community in a sense, to report things like what's happening in the community. But for your case, what drives you? was it your family? Was it I don't know, maybe your background or something? Did
Or is it just a fashion community in Kuching itself? Because you did mention that you loved
To see,
you love to meet other designers and then you get to know each other. Maybe it's because it's like-minded people as well. Is it because of that?
Like I said, when I first started, I never planned to be involved in this industry. But then what keeps me going on is first, maybe because I am very thankful. I have the freedom from my family. Like my family don't push me like, you should go back to your 9 to 5 job and all that. You know, so I have all the time and
They give you space to discover yourself lah.
To do whatever I want. Because I've tried working before. You know, I worked with NGO, I worked with oil and gas company before, and of course we have like different pro and cons of doing things. But one of the biggest reason why I stay in this path is because I want to be here with my family in Kuching. And then when I first come back to Kuching for good kan, I was like trying to find jobs here and there, cari kerja. But my previous experience it's not really related to what we have here in Kuching that time lah, in 2013. So that's why I think I should do something to have income here in Kuching. And then other than that kan, it's because memang I love doing all this. I don't know how to express it in words. It's not monetary reward.
It's just rewarding to you.
Yeah, like seeing you wearing this, like, oh my God. It's something really rewarding. I cannot measure it in money or in any other. I don't know how to say.
Any other indicator lah.
Seeing you wearing this, it gives me, how to say?
It's just satisfaction.
It's like, hey, Babalo, it's like my stuff is going places.
Yeah, because there are things that I want to change in my own wardrobe or other people's wardrobe. That's what I'm trying to do with Neng Kho Razali.
Brilliant.
Okay, I got a juicy question. This, I know some tea, of course, about the fashion industry here in Kuching because it's such a small community also. But everyone knows each other, and somehow people who are not related also kind of know the tea. But what I commend about Kak Neng is I have never heard her name in any of these drama, So it's really refreshing to know somebody is also, just in it for passion,
what she does,
for her passion, So
well done.
I commend you on that. Congratulations, Kak Neng. Do you have plans to cater to kids?
Yeah, I lupa mbak teh.
You're doing like
NKR Junior.
Cute.
Yeah. So we tried. We both tried the other day. Like a mini outfit, but for a junior lah, NKR Junior.
Juniors are by the age of 3 to 5 or like 1 to 3?
Yeah, the one that we tried the other day was like 4 and above.
Okay.
Maybe 4 to 6, like that. Yeah. So whatever the mommy wear,
Wait, didn't you do it already?
So it's like twinning
at the fashion show?
Previously, I did.
Old Court House?
But it's not really serious that time. Yeah.
You just campak sikit-sikit, is it?
Yeah, because that time I was just actually macamnya experimenting. Yeah, I was doing a necklace for a mom, and then I did a smaller one just to habiskan the beads. Kan we have a remaining of the beads, so I habiskan. It's like a half size of it.
Yeah.
Dan belum habis lagi I was doing it at Plaza Merdeka. Terus the customer bought it. So that's when I thought, so mom and daughter punya barang.
Mom and daughter collection coming soon.
Memang orang suka lah.
Okay, all right. We'll talk more about the fashion industry and NKR as a brand. Let's segue into this week's news highlight. Yes. Am I the only one excited, ka?
Yes. Go for it.
Okay, let me put on my journalist spec first because I cannot read anything on this laptop without. Okay, first things first. Very, very spicy this week.
Spicy? What's up? What happened?
The socks. The socks.
The socks issue.
The socks. So, KK Mart in Sunway, Putra or Sunway, somewhere in Sunway lah. They
What kind of news like this?
they sold the socks that had the word Allah printed on it. It stirred the whole nation. It threw the whole nation into chaos, bro. Politicians rang into it. Public ran in.
2% got caught.
2% got caught, and that's what I want to report. But before that, what is your
Insights
respective
about it.
perceptions about this whole thing? Why do you think it can happen in Malaysia?
When it comes to fashion, right, it's not only religion that we have to be sensitive about. It's about other things like culture and all that. That's why I said, because we are dealing with fashion is a trend. But we are dealing with beliefs, so we have to be very sensitive about it. So that's why sometimes when it comes to collection, that's why I have to be very careful, because I used to be a dancer. I danced since the age of 9, so I am very familiar with our suku kaum punya culture and all that. What are the do's and don'ts and all that? What are the design? What are the meaning of behind the curves? So all that are very sensitive. So I think as someone who produce fashion items, we have to do maybe a little bit of research. And
But
more
this,
sensitive.
this issue is very, very. I don't know how. I mean, it's very clear that you shouldn't use that. You shouldn't use the word Allah on socks, even on shirt, on wherever, Only on, I mean, the word Allah, as far as I can remember, the word Allah people hang it on in frames or whatnot and use as carvings in masjid or whatnot, but to use it as a sock, this person, do you think it's intentional? Do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
But is it true that's like 5 pairs?
Only, yes. That's why it's...
iya kah?
Yeah, there was only 5
Did somebody planted it there?
That's why.
Because it's so odd. Like,
I
why
feel
would
like-
it bridge like 5?
I feel like it's memang sengaja. Somebody did that on purpose,
It feels weird to just kemat banyak je.
Yeah, exactly. And some more specific.
Yeah.
Shop, specific.
And like socks, right? It is at the top part, right? The logo is like somewhere on the
here,
top, right?
above the
So
ankle.
sometimes maybe in the packaging, when you terbalik, si nampak ba? Yang jadi putih aja, you know? So for me, I just don't agree that people are mean lah. Like, sometimes tiba-tiba terlalu kasar already the way they tegur whoever yang marah or whatever. Because for me, at the end of the day, it's always just peace lah. You like to tegur cara bagus. Macam a mother tegur anak macam itu. Don't need to go macam personal and all that. But for me, like this issue, it's like an eye opener for me also. Now I'm like questioning. I actually bought, this was like years ago. I bought it in a boutique somewhere in Matang also actually. Like I had a shirt with it's a black shirt. The back has a little bit of open back, but the design is like a cross, like cross, along with an upside down cross. So back then, I thought it was just
fashion.
I thought it was just fashion,
Cool.
I hardly wear it, but I did wear it. I even have a photo with it. I thought it was just fashion because in my head, not thinking about it in depth, for me, it's just like, God is great. Maybe it just means, I didn't even think of it as something symbolic like that, But now that I've seen this, I have to actually be much more careful about it, So it made me much more sensitive to it. So... And you guys are right. Like it's true. It's like if you don't want, but actually, right? I also have questions also lah. Like, you cannot put it on a shirt or how?
Yeah.
No, it's not meant for fashion. It's not meant to be used as that. It's something that is very sacred to us. Like it's the name of our God.
Yeah, I understand.
So what? I mean, okay. So the argument is this guy. I cannot with him because the guy who got caught, his name is Chok Wai Long, okay? And his statement was very, 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 very
Oh, that one was quite malicious. Yeah, that one was so mean.
very, I tell you. What he said was, we also tattoo the name of our gods because he's Chinese.
Yeah.
No hate, no whatever towards...
Yeah.
I'm friends with a lot of Chinese, but this guy in particular, he said, we tattoo our body with the names of our God. The faces or
I've seen
whatnot,
some with,
and
Jesus
what's
Christ.
the big deal? Am I insulting my own God? And then he's trying to put
Justify.
one together. He's trying to justify things, but. What you do is what you do, bro.
Yeah.
We don't apply that to us.
Correct,
So this is the type of, I don't know. I think this is a type of Islamophobia in a sense, lah. I cannot say that he does it purposely,
like ill intention.
But the thing is, you kind of like have to know also this kind of thing because you live in Malaysia, po.
No, I mean, like, even if you don't know, just don't put it out there, man.
Exactly.
Like, that's it. Like for me, I don't know. And then because of this, now I know. So I'm like, okay, then you belajar,
Yeah, and this statement was really, really like, macam Nike so famous. Macam logo, Nike, they put their logo everywhere, right? So famous, kalau you orang tak marah, mungkin banyak orang masuk Islam juga. Like, what do you mean
What does
by
that
that,
even
bro?
mean? What does that even mean?
Bukan pijak lantai ka pun. Why your God cannot accept your feet?
Yeah, but also like to all these comments, right? Sometimes I wish when a what do you call this? A trend, not even a trend, like this viral thing about the socks. Like sometimes I wish I read netizens that make sense. I wish someone actually talk like that. Dia sebenarnya macam ni. Kalau like like proper comment lah to make other cultures, other religion faham
Understand
juga.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, understand.
But because like all I see the comments is all like bashing each other. Siapa nak belajar apa? Atau semua, everything just becomes angry. Everything just becomes heated, and everybody's like fighting against other. And like how on earth it even start? We also don't know because of what said who, and it's all because of that. So sometimes I wish that we have a much more healthier way in educating one another. Tak payahlah sampai go attack this, attack that. Teach people. Don't belittle people lah.
He even like posted a photo of a socks, and then put his own photo there.
Put his what? Own photo.
So he has a plain sock and then pasted his own photo there.
So rajin.
He said, saya sekarang tengah hina sendiri kah? Am I like insulting myself? Like, okay, enough about this. Enough.
Okay, I think he learned his lesson
sentenced
already.
to 6 months in jail and 12,000 fine.
12,000
ringgit. And then apparently the day before, a Sabahan was caught doing the same thing, was punished for doing the same thing as well. So these offences, the Sabahan did it on March 17th, and this Chok Wai Long did it on 18th.
But I have to ask you though, like after something that's happened like this, and also I'm asking you because you have also been viral before. What do you think? He already apologized because there are some netizens that actually said like, cukup lah, dia sudah minta maaf. What do you feel about that? What is your own personal opinion about like somebody actually apologizing already? And
I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, when I went viral, I admit and I know I did wrong, and I feel like I apologize. You have to do that.
Yeah.
But whatever the impact after that, you have to just take it because you did it already. And I did my due diligence also already. So he have to do his lah.
I'm not that one I understand also. But do you think like the jail time is a bit too much or no at all?
No.
Do you think that
I feel like he should
that 6
given
months
more.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is, he purposely does the. He is a self-acclaimed keyboard warrior. He said it in a statement.
Okay, that one I agree with you.
He is a self-acclaimed keyboard warrior, and he does this as a hobby.
Okay, I understand.
And he want to annoy people. On purposely. So, but he said that he has no intention of belittling the religion.
The intention was all there, like how all you stated out already. When you said that you were like a keyboard warrior.
But when he apologized, he said he has no intention of belittling the religion or the name of Allah. But it doesn't go hand in hand.
Correct.
So, yeah, for me, there's a set of rules about this in Malaysia. Hence, I feel like he should serve more time in jail.
Serve more time.
Yeah.
What about you, Neng?
Do you think he deserved the punishment?
Do you think he deserves to go to jail? Or like, let's say it happened to you lah. Somebody suddenly got in, let's say a printing company decided to just put your brand on your baju. What will you do? Like what? Like then he said like, hey, sorry Neng, I won't do it anymore. Like, are you gonna let him go because you truly, let's say you truly believe that he has
The intention of
like apologizing, he completely regrets what he did, like every single way. Like, would you still throw him to jail, Joe? Just, like, would you still throw him to jail just like get a sack, or like you gotta learn lesson, you know?
Well, I don't know how to measure this, but I believe the one who are in charge, they know, how to measure all those hukuman based on whatever kesalahan that we did.
But how personal will you take it? Like, let's say if it happened to you, you're like,
Understand. Yeah, of course, maybe I'll be angry. But then sometimes things like this, it's very hard to...
complex kan?
Yeah.
If it's like between one saja,
Yeah, senang.
one senang bah. Like, if it involves
Yeah,
because
Buraban.
it involves the whole nation already. And also, the reason why he was given this punishment, the deputy prosecutor deeply stressed that she wants this to be a lesson. That's why this sort of punishment was given.
I completely get
He
it.
pleaded, okay, I do feel sorry for him a bit because he is taking care of his 63-year-old mother.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's a technician. He's 34 years old, and he also does cosplay by the side. Yeah. So I don't know how much is he struggling financially lah,
Yes,
but yalah.
That's not gonna be nice trying to explain this whole situation to your 63-year-old mother as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Because this one, how to say it involves religion, bah. It involves God.
Religion, race,
so,
very
yeah.
sensitive. No,
Sensitive.
yeah, something we shouldn't pertikai or belittle. Okay,
Yeah.
we all happily living in
Harmony.
Malaysia, harmony here, pa. So even I don't know, Kak Neng, are you fully Malay?
I can say I'm half Chinese.
And there you go.
But Malay, I don't know how many percentage lah. My dad pun mix bah. So I don't know.
Lots of mix in it.
Yeah.
Even in one sitting, you will not find somebody who is like purely, you know.
Yeah.
Especially in Sarawak. Natasha is Iban Cina, I Melayu je lah. You can find it in this sitting. Okay, next news I want you guys to react on is this thing called Sora AI. Have you heard of Sora AI? Okay, you've heard of ChatGPT.
Sora AI nya pun Sora tapi AI kan.
No. Okay, Sora AI is a new technology published by the ones who created ChatGPT.
Okay.
You know how easy ChatGPT is? You know, you just enter a few prompts and then you can
Come up
easily
with,
get all
That's
the...
my new Google, man. That's my new
Yeah, you can.
Google.
You know, a lot of people are using ChatGPT to make their thesis or whatnot, kan?
I sometimes talk to myself, but how are you?
Yeah, Tasha, you
I
don't do
explore,
this.
bah. You know, I want to know how this AI is the AIest of the AIest. You know,
Yeah.
Like, you try that also. Like, otherwise, how else, bah? You
I
know?
like to prompt macam because I do design kan. So I prompt macam apa, okay, give me like a look of how to say like blue shirt but in a blah blah all those kind of prompts lah. But sometimes okay, but sometimes
Is it satisfying? Do you find the results?
Sometimes you.
sometimes funny.
Because sometimes like if you just ask it again and then they'll give you a different until like okay, like you know what, it's okay lah, I just use my brain. I use my brain saja lah.
Okay, so what Sora AI does, it generates video.
That's scary.
Okay.
There you go. That's why I want your opinion. Okay.
Okay.
So you know how what you call those things? Can fake. Deep fake.
Deepfakes,
You know
yeah.
deep fakes, right?
Yeah.
You know deep fakes
yeah.
coming. You can use your photo. It
Your
can
face.
be somebody's body, but your face on it.
like
You know?
the filter on TikTok and all that.
So these things are already scary, and so this Sora AI is able to generate a more realistic. Sora AI is not generating like cartoonish or animation kind of thing only, but it can also generate something that looks very realistic, very
HD.
human, very, very, very real. Like how you see all the videos that are taken in real life, you know.
Like how long are these videos you're talking about?
But for the time being, they're able to generate short videos.
So in the future, you mean they're just saying podcast, we just use AI, is it?
Yeah, you don't need to even be here.
You don't need to be here.
You just record. No need to be record.
And then
Just
suddenly-
let you do.
Then if they zoom suddenly say, kena usup pada mata tiga. Yeah, because AI sometimes when you see photos,
Yeah.
right? It's so weird. If you can
6
pinpoint,
fingers, yeah,
ada
3
6
hands.
fingers lah, mata belakang telinga.
So what you have in your heads already, the fear of all these things that it can be abused by people with bad intentions.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Sora AI actually made a disclaimer of a sort. They promised that they will put certain limitations and restrictions for ethical use. So meaning if anyone prompts violent or hateful images or maybe sexual content and it won't accept.
Okay.
Okay. And it promises not to use images of celebrities as well. But do you believe this will be practiced?
But I always believe, I always believe that whatever technology been released to the public means that they are way more advanced than us.
I
They
see.
are 10
I get what you mean.
years more advanced than us. That's why they are willing to release this to us to use. You know, so.
Do you think people will abuse it at the end of the day?
Like for example, now right, the AI now has been affecting a lot of profession, like photographers, graphic
Marketers.
designer, and all that. Even designers, you know. So sometimes people questioning, are these a real designer or AI design? Like, because you can prompt anything, and then you come up with a beautiful dress and you claim that as your.
Design.
This topic has been discussed like thousands of times between designers,
Designers.
creators, and all that. So, yeah, I think I don't have a proper how to say.
But do you think
Justification.
it will? Okay, you as a designer yourself, do you think it will endanger your career or not?
Yes, maybe.
AI.
Yeah, because like I said, whoever know how to prompt anything can suddenly become a designer and come up with advanced design. You know, and can claim it like they come up with this.
Or I can even just prompt the AI and I say that I want Neng Kho Razali punya baju, but I didn't buy it for you. Can also ba?
I mean, you don't need to wear it. You just need it in a picture or a video. I mean, that's a bit. Yeah, that's dangerous. So I don't know. For me, Sora AI, it has. I can think of thousands of bad ideas, and it can do it for me. You know.
Yeah, but then again, you have to understand it's not just about Sora AI. It's about how this future is going to lead anyways. You see one like that, like tens are going to pop up also. So I think at the end of the day, it's all about kebijaksanaan
No,
consumer.
do you think such technology should be released even?
It doesn't matter. It's still going to be released.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what you think, especially in the technology world. Nobody cares about what we think. You know, it will still be out there. So as a consumer, you just have to be very careful. Like if you rasa was-was, jangan. You don't use it. But you sendiri pun tahu bah your intentions is you want something malicious out of it or not. Macam itu saja. But
And-
either way, I know that this AI thing is just going to progress.
Yeah, and it's cheaper, bah. So like for example, if you're a film director, ke apa producer nak, you nak create scene peperangan, it will cost you a lot of money if you
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
So if you do AI, then maybe cheaper.
I mean, Israel has been using AI to generate a video that depicts that they are being attacked. So that's not far-fetched from whatever future that we're heading right now. Honestly, I don't think it's a progression. I feel like it's a regression of community itself. Honestly, because I feel like even back then, how did they even create the pyramid? How did they build all these fascinating buildings without using all these technological things that could lead to human regression in the future?
Dengan tangan dan kaki they made the pyramid.
That's why these people, I feel like they know what technology can bring about, so they use it moderately in a sense.
Yeah, but like I said already, it's already there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is the Indonesian election. Okay, so
I'm a little bit ignorant
the
about
mata
it.
clip already.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm very ignorant about it because I really don't know.
Okay, no. I don't want to talk about the politics of it, but apparently,
Mata clip.
Joko Widodo, the current president of Indonesia, the son is in the running to become the vice president.
Oh wow! Wow!
So that's the headline. But the more concerning part is this election has been one of the deadliest to the Indonesian election workers. Over 100,000. 100,000. Sorry, 100 only. 100 Indonesian election workers have died due to exhaustion.
Exhaustion from
Because
work.
of the election.
Oh.
Yes.
I have a question because I said already I don't know much. Like, what is the rakyat of Indonesia think about President Jokowi?
I put tahu so.
Oh,
I think.
I assume because you reported it.
No,
got any
I mean,
news?
I was not. I mean, I'm not in. I mean, how I feel about Anwar, Indonesian might not know how I feel, ma. Like that
okay.
lah. So I don't know. If I have an Indonesian friend, maybe I could ask. Maybe I do have Indonesian.
Are they
friend, but I
pro
could
him
ask.
or not? Like,
Macam pro
Macam
him
pro
lah.
ba-
Macam pro him lah because his son now has been voted lah, and I think majority memang a lot went to him. Yeah. So pro Joko Widodo, don't quote us on this. If any Indonesians watching right now,
sorry,
we don't know what is
wrong,
going on
say.
over there.
Okay.
We just assume this is our assumption, not facts. Okay. And then what I want to discuss more, I mean, I cannot emphasize or rather explain further about the deadliest election lah. That's as far as I know also. I just want to state that elections can also be deadly.
Okay.
Purely because of exhaustion. And the one thing that I want to highlight also is the sudden movement of UK and Australia wanting to cease fire in Gaza. Very sudden for me. It's out of the blue.
UK and
Australia. So yeah, that's it. And one more, we bring it back to Sarawak before we go to Kak Neng. 27th anniversary of the Rainforest World Music Festival this year, and the theme is evolution. Let's discuss about evolution. What is evolution? What can this bring about for our festival? Asha?
I actually did not go to the press conference.
It's okay, but
or media, and the only thing that I saw was posters on Facebook. So I don't really understand because I did not even click and read what it's all about. So it's pretty unfair for me to say anything, to be honest.
But what do you think? I mean, we all have been Rainforest concert goers for the past few years. What kind of evolution do you think would they bring about?
I have no idea also because but when they first started it last time, it was very small kan in Sarawak Cultural Village. I think a few hundreds people only yang datang mah. I was still a student at time. I was their SCV part-time dancer. So we were involved in the opening dance of the Rainforest World Music Festival. I think that was 1998 ka 1999 ka, something like that.
I was in primary 2 that time.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a very small, how to say,
event lah.
Event, yeah. Other than that, they also have tattoo convention. I think few months after that, during it at the same year. And then what I understand, Rainforest World Music Festival is actually world music. World music is not music that we popular in the radio and all that. And then we also learn from their culture, the instruments. Other than that, okay, this one maybe not many people know about it, but before we start the concert, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we have a tree planting. But not everybody knows this.
Very symbolic.
So we have a tree planting activities. So I volunteered for Rainforest World Music Festival since 2013 every year. Sampailah COVID.
Okay.
So I was their LO. We jaga all the international bands yang performing and all that. What I can say, I don't know what is the evolution they're gonna make this year. But previously, what we had was music workshop, dance workshop.
The workshops was quite recent also lah.
No, the workshop has been forever. But the last year one, I don't think ada workshop na.
So those workshops, they will focus more on instruments. Sometimes, permainan. What do you call that?
Games.
Traditional games.
There's a lot of crowd interactions.
Yeah.
So like for me, because like I only have I've been to Rainforest World Music Festival like years, like when I was still in radio.
Almost every year.
Yeah, and then like the
Dah
last
cakap.
2022, 2021, I hosted it, which is one of my something that I'm very, very proud of, especially growing up there and then to be there.
Involved.
And I've always seen it's always male hosts, and then suddenly like, wow, I'm here, you know. And for me, it is very, very personal for me because it is the time where I find it is my your reunion. It's like the biggest reunion in Sarawak, where you actually meet people that you haven't seen zaman 10 tahun, 20 years. But like I don't know, like last year I had a workshop.
Last year,
Workshopnya lain
I
kah?
was at the merchandise booth, so I'm not sure whether I went to one of the workshop, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, one of the dance workshop, so called. But that's the only experience I had for the workshop last year lah, so I can't say much.
Yeah.
But the previous ones, I go to almost every workshop, especially those yang my band involved directly.
Wow.
So sometimes
You have a band too?
Yeah, the whole group.
LO for different bands every year.
Oh, you in charge of the bands, okay.
So sometimes they give me a bit. Imut saya penyanyi.
Tapi lastnya ada lain sikit lah. It's a bit different from to the year before from
because,
that.
I stopped doing LO volunteering because I was in charge of the merchandise because we produce the official merchandise for the festival. So
I saw your hat.
Yeah. So I don't really have time to, jalan-jalan and really involved in it. But I noticed last year, there's no... I'm not sure whether they have wellness program or not, like the yoga and all that.
There was yoga, but I heard like someone said like nya pun workshop si sama kena download, but I don't really know what that meant because I only went at night. And so sorry, Yusuf, both of us talk so much, we still did not answer your question. We do not know what it means. Not because like we just don't know lah what the
Evolution ka?
Yeah, I think you are interviewing the wrong people for that.
No, it's fine, dude. No, there's no wrong or right because I just want opinions. I don't want to make news out of you guys. Punya opinion. But for me, evolution
should be something.
Okay, it states here that the festival's 2024 theme embodies the theme evolution, where sustainability, responsible tourism, and cultural exchange blend in perfect harmony to converge, which I think has already happened. You know what I'm saying or not?
Okay. That's what I've been doing all this while.
I mean that's why I understand where you guys are coming from, what you guys are saying, because it's been done.
Yeah.
You know, and like especially last year where people are trying not to allow plastic water bottles coming.
Years already.
It's been years,
lama already.
But I only noticed it last year.
That's why
I even bring my own
that's why they
water bottle.
sediakan all those
Water stations.
Dispensers.
So you bring your own bottle to refill.
Yeah, they need to. They need to do more water stations. I feel like it's so wide apart. Please, you put water dispenser, not the one with the can or not. You understand, ga? The water dispenser that always has water, rather than the water you need to refill it back the tanki. Like.
Angry lah. Not angry. I love this festival, okay.
But I feel like the evolution might be I allegedly lah. This is what I feel like lah, because we have acts like Kitaro and Zainal Abidin coming in this year. Probably the Rainforest World Music Festival will transcend into the Rainforest Pop Music Festival. I takut that happens. I don't want it to happen lah. But we're seeing more. I would say familiar names. Macam last year we had
Ad-Adau.
No, Ad-Adau is ours. Like internationally acclaimed names.
Last year there were two.
Those two bands. Hey, benci lah if I don't remember like
Afiq
this.
apa nama? Google lah. Rainforest. Dalam balai
Yeah.
So we can sing it, but we don't. Highlight last year.
And then there's also the band that always does covers. Yeah, got one band that always does covers. Come here last year, Ji.
Siapa tak, Ji Fik?
I hate it.
We got fact checker.
But this is what I feel like lah. This is the evolution that might be implied lah.
Or you mean that it's suddenly not so tribal anymore? It goes much more commercial.
Maybe
you think?
it's.
But that's kind of sad though.
It's just my just when something travels like a news travel evolution, that means something might be changing, right? That means something might change, and I feel like the change might come in the form of the artist lineup. It cannot be the convergence of culture. It cannot be whatever this anymore. You've done workshops. You've done whatever. What else happening? You've done cleanliness. You've done
no plastic festival.
No plastic.
Tree planting.
You've done tree planting. What else? What kind of evolution? So the only thing I could think of right now is you're trying to like changing the genre a bit, like adjust a bit, like maybe pop and world.
Oh, but I hope that they still stick to their true.
Maybe AI, ada performance. AI performance.
Jangan dia. I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to find out. This festival has always been very, very close to my heart. That's why I've always. Then every time I'm at the door or the booth, that's where Tasha, Neng, So I'm just excited to see, and I hope that it sticks to the roots lah. That's all I can say.
Maybe also I feel like they might change some of the setup of that stage,
the venue,
to be very more futuristic, but future in forests like that. Oh,
we satisfied right now. We imagine only. Only continue.
That's about it from the news segment.
From the newsroom, yeah.
But one thing, this is a bit more of something issue that happened in Ramadan, specifically this year. I feel like it didn't happen anytime. It didn't happen in previous Ramadan, but this year it did. So, Jabatan Agama Islam Sarawak specifically said that you can't use the words like Ramadan buffet or songket or iftar if your premise if your premise does not have the halal certification. So I think Tasha have noticed after I pinpointed out just now.
There's some places that just say makan bersama,
makan bersama or gembira. It's not like songket here.
Shout out to Food Journal for
Ramadan here.
Inviting us. I said shout out to Food Journal for inviting us yesterday. Food was amazing.
Yeah. So this is. I feel like it's hard for a lot of premises, food operators, including our producer, to get halal certificate because it's a meticulous process. It's not just about how the meat of the animal it's not about the it's not about the meat or the chicken that is being slaughtered in the halal way, but it's also about the cleanliness of the place,
halal chain,
whether you use the utensils or the tools that you use, whether you use it, did you use it to cook pork and meat at the same time, because that's part of the grading system as well.
Okay, wait. Help me understand. You're talking like the piece of news that you were talking about is basically for business operators lah.
Yalah. Halal.
If let's say I makan at tempat yang like I don't have the songket, but I said that sini you bersongket, I songket kat courthouse.
Boleh?
That one can. Just for marketing and promotional purposes.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's for advertising purposes because it has certain something guidelines for it lah.
Takut orang keliru.
You don't want to confuse people that you are halal. Okay. Because when you say Ramadan is Islamic.
Yeah.
So automatically you would think, oh, halal, bro.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I guess that's what the authority want to avoid from. They don't want to, make people confused. For example, let's say, I don't know, this kedai apek, they jual babi, but they say, today we got open for Ramadan songket, kind of thing. So, but I probably would be like, hey, let's go try the apek shop.
Probably he has good intentions, but like you also don't know, right?
Yeah. But unfortunately, so this is the type of things that probably the authority want to avoid.
Yeah. I think I'm learning every day. Like it's so nice to be in a country, to be in a state that is so full of different races, different religion. It's just like, I have been hanging out with not every single lah, mostly like I have Muslim friends, or like every single terus. Simply claim only, So we like Muslim friends like you guys, and then other Christians and all that, all berbilang kaum, right? But every single year I realize that I'm learning something new. It's just like I've never thought about, like, for you, example, you told me that day when I asked you to join me, would you like to come berbuka puasa with me at this place? And the first thing you asked me was, ada bilik solat sih? And that would be something that I wouldn't even consider as a non-Muslim, Saya akan terfikir bah. But now, let's say if people invited me and I would want to invite you out, the first thing I would do is like, tempat solat there or not? Because my friend want to bersolat. So I feel like it's a continuous journey to learn, and I love
lifelong
that.
lesson like
yeah,
this.
not need lifelong lies, just along the way.
Lifelong lah, you alive bah. Along the way you alive, right? Lifelong lo. Why you want to argue with me about this car? Why?
I don't know. Just because can. Because my lifelong.
So, but Neng, do you agree that this kind of do you think that this will limit people, or rather not let people want to open Ramadan buffet? Now I'm trying to not make myself contextually wrong.
Yeah.
Do you think this will deter people to create opportunities during Ramadan?
Yeah, well, like we discussed earlier on, religion and beliefs and culture is very sensitive. And I believe those yang in charge or pihak-pihak berkuasa, they know what they are doing.
Yeah.
I think it's true because they don't want that when you say songket at a certain kedai, blah, blah, so we will assume benda yang at tempat yang halal. So halal, if you go into a halal context, it's very, how to say, it's complex lah to me. It's not just as easy as they don't serve pork, it's halal.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so you have to go through the halal chain. Halal chain means your supplier and all that. They also have to be certified as halal. So it's how to say? I think it's how do we say that? It's a
good move kah?
Good move lah maybe. Yeah, to
make things clear.
Yeah, especially to kesian our nenek lah, nenek-nenek, all our parents yang macam contohnya punya anak songket ke apa, and
jenis not CPK.
Yes.
Banyak kan? Sia ada songket, sia ajaklah kita.
Then okay lah. For those yang macamnya si very particular, then maybe it's okay for them.
Yeah.
But for those yang very particular, kadang-kadang it's
do it the right way lah.
Yeah, do it the right way. Yeah, then it's easy for them to choose. Yeah, make decision and all that.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. So because
I come from a mixed family, so now I have to be very careful with my words also.
I see.
And also you understand more.
Yeah,
right?
People who come from a mixed marriage kan, they have a different kind of
mindset,
acceptance, the way they see things compared to those yang memang lahir-lahir memang from that generation memang fully
Islam or
Islamic
fully
and all that.
non-Muslim.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Like for us, my grandma, my grandparents are still in their own beliefs, and my cousin are still with their own beliefs. So all these kind of things. Yeah.
How? Okay. Before I go there lah, I mean, I understand that. I mean, the concern of the parents going to certain restaurants because my dad is very particular about it. There was this one time during my childhood where I cannot even eat KFC. Now I don't eat KFC anymore because of the whole boycott thing. But last time my dad was a bit skeptical with the supplier of KFC chicken in Kuching because kita kan very easygoing about this, especially back then. So when I was a child, I did not get to enjoy KFC chicken. I did not get to enjoy McDonald's chicken, whatnot, all these fast food chain chicken in particular.
Is it because of the brand?
It's because of the supplier. Time. Yeah, my dad don't believe them.
Macam because tak halal, is it, or how?
Don't know whether it's really do they really abide to the halal?
Or nya just sus.
Sus. He's sus like
Cannot
that.
trust. Yeah.
So that's why if we go eat McDonald's, we eat ice cream and fries and the burgers. We don't eat the chicken. Like that.
Oh, just manok yang sus.
Just the manok the sus. So nowadays, before bringing my dad to makan outside, he will always ask, this has nothing to do with any race or whatnot. Tapi just concern.
Personal preference.
Personal preference. Dia kedai Cina kah? Dia kedai Melayu kah? This kind of thing, you know. Which I totally understand where he's coming from, So that's why I want to know from Neng, like how did you navigate through all this? Because your family, your non-Muslim side of the family might want to eat
Yeah.
special meat. But whereas your Muslim side, aduh, what to do this? If we don't follow, later offended.
Silaturahim.
I'm talking about my own
Family lah, because you can only
my dad,
talk
my
about your
mom, and
experience.
my siblings. All of us are very, how to say, because my mom memang pure Chinese bah. Dia memang pure Chinese. So we grew up, our siblings, we grew up in a family where my grandma is a bidayu. So she prepare food in a bidayu way.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to Chinese New Year, we go to our akong and ama's house. So you makan kasih makan if your nenek serve you food.
Yes.
Makan.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to gauge. Okay.
Yeah,
I understand.
that?
Yes, I understand.
From the non-Muslim side, we believe that they also tried their best, to serve us.
Halal.
Yeah,
halal
in their
food.
own capacity. Okay, not in a sijil lah, no. In their own, so in their capacity, and then with their limited knowledge of that.
Yes,
and
yes,
in Islam pun ada pada bah, we have to be bertolak ansur and all
Yes,
that.
yes, yes,
They
yes.
are darah daging bah. They
Yes,
are my
yes, yes.
grandparents.
Wow.
Their blood runs into mine. So sometimes this happen in reality also bah, because my like pure Muslim friends, they sometimes question my question my selections of kedai where I wanna makan.
Eat,
But I grew up like this bah. As long as I don't take whatever prohibited, then to me
You're alright.
Yeah, I think this one is more of a personal,
Yeah.
individual preference.
Yes.
Like for me,
Yeah.
my sister-in-law is Muslim as well, right? So usually if we makan sama-sama, we'll go to a place that has that serves no pork lah, because and my dad will be having his beer there, but we're still makan the no pork punya food. So I think it's very hard. Like if you tanya orang Sarawak,
Yeah.
especially like us mixed like that,
susah.
you kind of understand people from so many different point of views, not just betul ke salah, bukan. It's about sentiments between you and your family, your
Yes.
akong, your ama, your ini, and your aki, and then there's your mom and dad again.
because we respect them also. We respect them that they understand us and they are trying their best to serve whatever they think is
Right.
proper for us.
Yeah. So you
Take
don't
care
question
of
that
the-
anymore,
yeah.
kan?
Yeah.
So you don't question that. Niatnya dah baik dah.
Yeah.
I like the way you put that. It's kind of like
But
opened
then,
up my mind.
as you grow up, did you manage to understand more, about this whole halal?
Yeah, because
thing?
last time kan, honestly speaking, when I go to my akong's house kan, every time Chinese New Year kan, nasi pernah serve.
Pork.
Yeah, si pernah. We never see pork on the table.
On the table.
No bakwan, no
No,
nothing.
no. And then he only
I
serve.
mean, that's very honestly thoughtful.
But actually,
them.
there's a lot.
Never si pernah. So most of the food yang served at home is seafood. Fish lah. Fish most of the time. And then itik hitam
Duck.
lupa.
Dak palo. Oh, so sedap.
So those are the most common menus lah every year. I never saw any my family from Chinese ka bidayu ka serve pork on the table. Si pernah. I only come across that if I go macam ngabang rumah kawan ke apa. Then we
of course
we
lah,
see
I
lah. But from my family side, whenever we go Pawang Padah ngabang ke
Ngabang.
berkunjung,
Visiting.
we never see that serve on the table lah.
That's great. That's great. And this is how we are able to maintain harmony in Sarawak, in Malaysia lah, in general lah. Very, very tolerable with each other's faith and belief and culture and stuff like that. And it's fascinating for me to actually, I have never actually put myself in that in your type of shoe, in your type of position, because because my brother recently got married to a bidayo.
Yeah.
And then I understand where my parents are concerned, because they eat pork at home at the my in-laws lah.
In-laws.
In-laws lah kan. But what's so heartwarming is my sister-in-law punya mother, she already bought new sets of utensils just to cook food for them already. I mean, like, about to get teary.
So for me, like,
It's very good lah.
so for me, this is also very much it's very heartwarming to see these kind of things. You know, the sacrifices that you. I mean, sacrifices is a very big word where people say, "Oh, I think it's such a hard thing to do. They have to do." No, this one is macam you ikhlas bah. You know, for them to get utensils. Kan?
This story remind me of one story. This is a real story. Last time in 2016 ke 17, I was teaching at a dance studio somewhere in Batu Tujuh. So there was this uncle, Chinese uncle bah, dia jual char kway teow. Char kway teow yang ada kerangnya. Nang nyaman. Seriously, nang nyaman. So it's a Chinese shop bah. But every time I habis mengajar I go there and makan lah. Kan I wear
hijab.
I wear turban that time bah. Nya padahal sorry lah nya dah. Kita you Muslim kah nya dah. Muslim. Oh, but I'm Chinese bah nya dah. Oh, si hal uncle. Kita makan because you only goreng kway teow and
telur.
Kerang bah. And this is the best kway teow kerang I ever makan. You know what happened the next day I went there kan? He bought new kuali. I bought new kuali just for you.
This is touching. This is Sarawak.
Yeah.
This is Sarawak.
Love it. You don't see this kind of religious tolerance anywhere. Not that I know of lah.
I don't think I even have any problems. Even last time when we were working together, everyone was like eating. However, it's something that I know some people are not so. Some people can be offended because I've heard stories like Munyanangga kau makan di depannya pandai marah and all that. But I like how all of us just humanize everybody. Makan je lah si hal. It's like you know. Even when I see now, I'm like starting to see a lot of TikToks that a lot of like beautiful hearted Muslims like take care of them. Yeah, because I saw this auntie. She was talking about this beautiful lab that they have, jaga kebun bah. So like every day niya sayang niya pakai sarong semaya, Bobby. So I like the way people show kindness to animals regardless of whatever race. You know, I understand that you can't touch or you can't do certain things. You know, but also after that, I was educated by those that say, actually they can. It's just that we have to do extra washing. Extra washing. So yeah, because most of the time, last time you only see one side. No, you know, cannot. So you can kick them, you can do whatever because they come near to me. So I didn't know that. So now that I know, I think that it's so beautiful how every single race or religion just gets together, understands one another, and at least it's a satba aku say, oh, cannot ka, you know? So I learn every day. It's like just like everybody else, like, I don't know much. I only know like to the extent of what I know now. But it will change, you know?
While you were on the topic, dogs, you're talking about dogs just now. Kan? So if there are certain syarat, okay? So it's not, if the dog is dry, right? This can be a long-winded argument. You can touch if the dog is dry, okay? But if the dog is wet, you really have to wash. And you know how to wash or not? Have you heard anyone talking about how to wash after you touch a dog or baby?
I've seen the video of a vet that does it because now they have like the
nowadays
they make it easy.
With technology I am very impressed.
I love it.
I am very impressed.
Like, you know, sabun mandi but now
yes, it's made of clay.
They don't have that.
Oh really?
It's made of what sorry?
Previously they don't have that kind of
yeah.
Okay. How do we traditionally?
Traditionally,
old school.
So what we need to do is we if we have like bekas of the animal that's
like
on
let's say
us
they
right
go
now.
and jilat
The water the bulu we wash it off first. Like you clean it off first, and then you have to mix water and tanah liat.
Okay.
And then you have to do that repetitively 7 times.
Okay.
Only then you are clean.
So now all you do is tuk tuk tuk.
Yeah, but you need to do the same thing
lah. 7 times.
No, I mean still 7 times. But because it's already packaged, so last time we need to
Gali tanah.
Literally, you need to. And it's not just soil; it's clay. Clay. Clay is deeper. Kan, Neng?
Yeah, because maybe it's proven in scientific also. Whatever touches the ground, it will neutralize it. So the makes sense lah.
Because for me, I was always so confused, especially like nowadays, like after COVID, I see a lot of Muslims that actually go feed cats, dogs, like whatever, you know, and I'm so touched by that to see. And sometimes they don't even earn much, tapi you see the food they buy for them is every day non-stop. Because for me, last time when I just hear that, oh, nang kami masih boleh pegang. Bahasa kecil bah, nang kami masih boleh pegang.
No, we don't want to touch because we don't want to wash.
I know, but
that's it.
Yeah, but for me, when I heard that, I was confused because when I saw a document, kena sih boleh, because I saw the documentary in Turkey, sidaknya semua Islam bah, mostly, and then sidaknya okay je, and then like the dogs in Turkey, they actually sampai dijemput masuk dalam kedai-kedai because especially when it's the temperatures are like really, really cold. So most of the people there, they open their doors. Like nang kedai sampai kedai baju dalam kadang-kadang pun kau nanggak all the dogs are just chilling subways. And what touched me the most was the people itself, when they see these kind of dogs, taknya beri makan, ada nak sampai berblanket-blanket, and I feel it touching. And I found out why. It's because like for them, like what any animals, like when it comes to kindness, you will get a lot of pahala, is it?
Yeah. Good deeds.
Good deeds go back to you. So I confused lah. Can good deeds can, but cannot touch. How like this? How like this? You know. So now I know that okay, actually you need to sama all that, and then now even easier can pam all kena sabun mandi. Yeah, I love dogs. Okay, finish.
Okay, one more thing I want to add. Because of that, this new technology of the tanah liat in bottles, right? So I went to Longsan, remember?
Yeah.
That I had a trip with one of our friend Elia. You know Elia, right? Elia. The night before we departed Longsan, a dog took shelter under the roof at the house there, and the dog wet bah. Hujan. The dog sat on Elia's shoes. I didn't want to tell her until the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. That shoe is the Adidas Kampong, so she can just throw. But the thing is, inside the shoe also got her socks and the mahal socks. You know, branded sports one. One pair easily cost 200, 300 ma.
Apa pakai socks samya?
You think all these Nike socks not expensive ka?
Funny ba wear with Adidas payak sama.
So before we departed, I saw last night dog sit on your sock. Yay! That was when I go. So what happened was we traveled back all the way to Miri. The way you know how she reacts, you know, so she took like a plastic bag and then put it in another plastic bag, right? So we had traveled all the way back to Miri, and then very easily she add a lot, like a whole bottle of the clay inside the washing machine.
Can ka put clay in the washing machine?
Yeah, because that one memang particularly for you to wash your clothes. That one.
It looks like clay.
Yeah, that clay. Yeah, it's inside the bottle.
Also, it won't ruin your washing machine.
Yeah, it wouldn't. So she put like the whole bottle. Clean. So I find it very fascinating, this technology. So I applaud whoever found this way of beristinja. Sama. Wah, kamu tahu the term,
Ya, saya sekali belajar, saya faham. Kadang-kadang dapat lupa lah, saya hanya manusia.
Good discussion today.
Yes.
Okay, so Neng, back to you. Future plans for NKR.
Yeah.
2024. Can we anticipate a fashion show?
I don't
or fashion showcase?
Yeah, I don't have a solid plan for that.
Just want to create.
Maybe or maybe not, because I try to make it like, because it will incur cost bah.
Of course.
Then when incur cost, we need to find the budget to do it. So maybe 1 year only one project. For example, last year it was a fashion show. Maybe this year not a
last
fashion show.
Last year was the one at Olcott House kan?
Last year the one okay, when you say fashion show, I will put it in mind that I'm the one who organizing the fashion show. So last year I did organize a fashion show in Miri. The one at the Old Court House was actually organized by somebody else, but they invite us designers to join them. Okay, so those kind of events, it depends on the organizers lah. If they want to invite us.
They want to invite you or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if they invite us, I will be in an open
I accept with open hands.
Yes, yeah. But for myself, if
Open
let's say
hands, open arms.
for fashion show this year, it's either we're gonna organize a fashion show or we're gonna involve with the fashion trade events.
Will you be empowering? Have you started empowering more designers, young designers?
Currently, I have an intern from College Community Kuching.
Shout out to intern. Shout out to the shy intern in the room.
Oh, he's with his earpods. Come here.
Oh yeah, ka?
Yeah.
He actually already did he
This one
do
he
this?
jahit.
Yes.
The one those
Blue?
young lady.
Red?
The red ones, yeah. These two nya jahit yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm wearing
Congratulations.
freshly jahited
Yes, yeah,
bucket
by
hats
him.
from
Out of
Neng
the
Kho
oven.
Razali.
Shout out to Kamarul.
Because all this while, I was their industry advisor for College Community Kuching. So only this year, I agreed to take one intern with me lah. So with that, I really hope that he will learn something from a small business like us, like the reality of so-called designer in Kuching.
Do you have high hopes for the fashion industry in Kuching to
Of course, yeah.
expand?
What do you
Because-
wish more?
Yeah.
What do you wish them more?
Okay.
As the arts industry is in Kuching, very still not yet there lah. Fashion also I feel
Yeah.
shares the same sentiment.
Because
Or-
our ecosystem is not healthy yet. When I said it's not healthy yet means that it's not really, when the ecosystem is very healthy, right, it will benefit everyone. Like the tukang jahit, the designer themselves, the kilang-kilang, the kedai kain and all that. So we actually have to have a bigger demand from outside. That's what I can see now lah. I mean, because this is the experience of these bucket hats.
Yeah.
You know that this bucket hat sell like cucur pisang during Rainforest, right?
Yeah.
So also in Borneo Culture Museum, a lot of foreigners, they love this. So I can see the potential is there. What I'm trying to do now is to get like a bigger market outside. To get this from us so that we here in Kuching can produce it ourselves. Our own kain, our own seamstress, our own place lah. We sell it outside.
And what are your hopes of like? What do you wish there are more? Anything to do,
if you
to
can
do about
fix,
fashion?
if you can fix something about the industry now.
What do you wish to see more of? Is it more fashion grants or help?
Oh, like that.
More help monetarily or
More sincere people. No, truly.
Because fashion industry here in Kuching is very small, and when people want to give grant pun yang macam susah because it's difficult. How to say, because this industry, like I said, the ecosystem is not healthy yet. So they don't see the potential of like, okay, if let's say we give them this grant, what will benefit?
How does it benefit us?
Unless we have to like jump on other people's industry, for example, tourism, entertainment, and all that. So what I can see, but there's a huge potential actually. Like we have TVS, right?
Yeah.
For those K-drama fans, how do you get your K-fashion inspiration from K-drama, right?
Yeah.
So that's what TVS are for. Like if let's say TVS wear more this kind of clothing, I think then people will, will encourage them to buy more this kind of clothing, something like that.
Hello, Kak Neng sponsor every time I wear I read news, you want to give me baju for me to read or not?
pakai sleeveless macam tu.
With blazer lah, maybe on top. No need, only I joke only with this. But anyway, anything you wish
Anything
to
you wanna
say before we wrap up the episode?
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very thankful for this opportunity that you guys today wearing this
Hey,
Neng Kho Razali
thanks to you,
baju.
bro.
I
I'm
love
very
it.
happy with it, and then I really hope this podcast at least reach to one heart. Yang if let's say you have this intention of creating this kind of baju, this kind of
Bucket hat.
bucket hat industry, I really hope that you find your passion. Do it whatever. Start with whatever you have now, and learn along the process. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Neng, for being in our humble studio.
What's your Instagram? Please tell everybody.
It's Neng Neng.kho.razali. Actually, if you want to see more of the product, you can go to YouTube and Shopee. Because
YouTube? You have a YouTube channel?
Ada, but for the fashion show lah.
Oh, it's like showcasing all the items that you have.
Tell.
Yeah, it's also Neng Kho Razali, NENGKHORAZALI.
Don't forget to check it out, and also don't forget to subscribe to the Just Saying podcast. My name is Natasha Juan.
I'm Yusuf Shukri with our guest today, Neng Kho
And I'm
Razali.
Neng Kho
Wishing you
Razali.
a very blessed Ramadan.
See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.